Hey everyone, welcome back. Today I'm going to talk about first principles thinking. First principles thinking, instead of thinking from an analogy, you think from the first principles. Now you may ask, what are these first principles? What do you mean by first principles? And the simple answer to that is the truth behind anything. Not just look at everyone and start doing that thing because everybody else is doing. That's hard psychology, by the way. Let's take an example of rockets here. Okay, building a rocket. Now, if you want to build a rocket, what's the analogy? Just buy parts and combine them together and build a rocket. But the key point is that it is very expensive. The parts are very expensive. So, if we take a look at first principles, we would say that okay, what are the resources that is needed to manufacture those parts? After that, we got to know that the price of getting those resources is way cheaper than those parts. So in that way, we can manufacture the parts by ourselves. We will get those parts way cheaper instead of buying them. That gives us a lot of benefit because we can save a lot of money. So you see how thinking from first principles can really help to find the truths behind anything. It could be anything. Let's take the example of Newton's finding the gravity. When he saw the apple falling down to the ground. Now, if he was thinking from the analogy, he would have think that okay, there's an apple tree and apple grows on the tree and it fell down. Anybody could have think this way, but he think from the first principles at that time. He asked the question, very important question: why it fall down? Why did apple fall down? What is the reason behind that? And that why led to the discovery of the gravity. We can take the same example in our education system. Now, if we think from the analogy, we will think good grades and good numbers and more socialism. Our child will go to school and talk with different people, so he will become more socialized. But if we think from the first principle, we can think like, okay, in a school, there are classes. The classes consist of people, children, let's say 20 students, and it consists of one professor or one teacher. Now, if we think from first principle, we can see that there are 20 different experiences in that classroom, and only one experience is trying to teach those different 20 experiences, which is impossible. This is the reason why some students get good grades but some doesn't, because those who get good grades rhyme with the experience of the teacher. Their experience rhyme with the experience of the teacher, and those who don't get good grades, their experience doesn't match with the teacher or with the surroundings around them. So finding the fundamental truths about anything is necessary so that we don't make the mistakes that a lot of people are making, and we can do a lot better if we think from the first principles. First principles thinking is actually the scientific and philosophical way of thinking. Thank you.